Friends, today we will learn about the next point of the chapter current electricity, in that Wheatstone bridge. Resistance is nothing but the opposition to flow of electrons or a current. This resistance is depends on the factor like temperature, strain, humidity and liquid level of that material. Depending upon these properties or measurable value of these properties, we can measure the resistance of that material. Here the different range of that resistance, there are the different method to measure the resistance of that material. These range levels are from few milliohms to a mega 100 ohms. Depending upon the value of resistance, if we can consider here Wheatstone bridge, that Wheatstone bridge are used to measure the range of resistance 10 ohm to 100 ohm resistance. This Wheatstone bridge was first developed by Charles Wheatstone in 1802 to 1875, who measured the unknown resistance of the materials. This Wheatstone bridge is also used to calibrating measure the instrument voltmeter and ammeter. If we can consider here a different four resistors, suppose P, Q, R, S, in a quadrilateral ABCD which is shown in a diagram. The EMF or a EMF of a cell and key is connected between the point A and C, where the potential at A is larger than the potential at C. A galvanometer is connected between the point B and D. When these key close, at that time the direction of conventional current is always from positive terminal to the negative terminal, in this way. When current flowing through that EMF of cell, at this point there is a junction and this current is splitting into two currents. If suppose current flowing through the resistance P is I1 and current flowing through the resistance L, that is I2. This is the direction of conventional current. Again at point B, this is the direction of the current flowing through that galvanometer is suppose Ig, and here we can find out the value of current through that resistance Q. We know that the Kirchhoff's first law, in that algebraic sum of current at any junction is equal to 0. That means at point B the current is come, how much it is? That current is come at B, that is I1, and it is toward the junction, so it should having a plus sign, and this current which is away from that junction, so it should having a minus sign, and so we should write minus Ig. And suppose the current flowing through this Q is X, it is also away from that, so we should write that minus X equal to 0. And from this current flowing through that Q is considered here X current is flowing through that Q, so X is equal to I1 minus Ig. If this I is come here, it becomes positive, and the current flowing through this resistance Q, it is equal to I1 minus Ig. Again, the current flowing through this galvanometer is Ig, and current flowing through this S, that is I2. Total current are meet at this point D, and current flowing through this resistance, it is addition of these two currents, and so I2 plus Ig is the current which is flowing through this resistance R. From this we can say that the total current I is how much? The total current I is equal to I1 plus I2. It is splitting at this point. The current flowing through the galvanometer Ig, and the current flowing through this resistor Q, that is I1 minus Ig, and current flowing through the resistors R, that is I2 plus Ig. If we consider here loop ABDA, which loop? Loop ABDA in a clockwise direction, and apply a Kirchhoff's voltage law. In that, the summation of potential difference and EMF is always equal to 0. Summation of potential difference in this loop, the potential difference is nothing but the product of resistance and the current flowing through, and so we should write I1 and P. Resistance of this resistance is P and current flowing through this I1. But when we can tracking the direction which is a clockwise direction, and in the direction of conventional current is also same, at that time that potential difference is always negative sign, so we should write I1P. Again, if we can see here this Ig and the resistance of that galvanometer G, so we should write here Ig into G. Which sign is given to for that? It is also along the direction of the conventional current, and so there is the minus sign. Again, this direction, when we can tracking consider, at that tracking the direction of conventional current is opposite to this tracking, and so the potential difference through this S is I2S, and it should having a plus sign because it is in opposite direction. So applying Kirchhoff's voltage law, we should write here minus I1P minus I2G IgG plus I2S is equal to 0. If we can apply the loop, apply the Kirchhoff voltage law, the loop BCDB in a clockwise sense direction, then the current in this, that is potential difference through the Q, is I1 minus Ig. This is the current flowing through that Ig into Q, and direction of this current is in the along the direction of conventional current, and so there is the minus sign. Again, this is the direction which is opposite to that, and so there is the plus sign, that is I2 plus Ig in one bracket into resistance, that is R, and again this is the opposite direction, and so there is also plus sign, that is Ig into G is equal to 0. Applying Kirchhoff's voltage law. If when we can current flowing through the galvanometer, it is equal to 0. If Ig equal to 0, then we can say that circuit or that Wheatstone bridge is balanced, and if this Ig equal to 0, then we can substitute these values. Ig is here, that is 0, then this term totally vanishes or reduces, and we should write only minus I1P, this is completely 0, plus I2S equal to 0. Again here, this Ig is 0, and if that Ig is 0, then we should write only minus I1Q, and Ig again 0, we should write plus I2 R equal to 0. From this two equation, that is I2S equal to I1P, because there is the minus sign, and when this comes to the right side, its minus sign becomes positive sign. And from this equation also we should write I2R is equal to I1Q. Suppose we can consider these two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2. In that, when divide equation 1 by 2, we should write I1P upon I1Q is equal to I2S upon I2R. The common terms are cancelled, and we write here P upon Q is equal to S upon R, and this is the condition or balance condition for Wheatstone bridge, that is P upon Q is equal to S upon R. This condition is called as a balance condition for the Wheatstone bridge. Thank you.